Hey everybody, One of Weezum here. It is Friday, April 18th, 2014. Probably right around 7 o'clock. I know what you're thinking, and I think it is very weird to be recording this early in the evening as well. Typically, everything I do is late at night. That said, got home from work, and gonna go ahead and crank this out. Got dinner in the oven. I think there may be a few playoff games tonight. I can't really remember if they said there were a couple Friday night or not. Not sure if they'll be televised, but I'll check into that. Nonetheless, for the rest of the world that doesn't care about the NBA playoffs, of course, hockey fans, obviously, you've got playoff games definitively tonight. But it is basically Easter weekend for everybody. So hopefully everyone, maybe a lot of you got out of school early, going on trips, going to go see some family, things of that nature. Hopefully you have a safe travel and a good time. Keep in mind, Easter is not just about hunting for candy, Skylanders in some cases. We'll cover that here shortly. There's actually a meaning for the day, and if you're unaware of that, check into it. If it means something to you, that's great. Keep that in mind while you're having fun. But nonetheless, I guess on that note, we should probably get started. Let me tilt this up a bit for you. Chase McCain is hidden, but as you can see there, I've kind of cleared. Actually, I haven't really cleared the pool table off. I just let the Chompy from the McDonald's Happy Meal toys join chaos there. Not a great angle of them, but you can kind of see them there. I'm going to bring it back down, but they'll become staples. Chaos is the one figure from last time I've always kept out, and I think I'll do the same with the Chompy. It was easily my favorite. There is a blog poll, oneofweezum.com. You can vote for your favorite Happy Meal toy. Definitely make that happen, and we'll see how that pans out. That said, speaking of Easter, springtime trigger happy right here. This one's unboxed, obviously. Activision, what they did this year, springtime trigger happy obviously is the main draw for Easter. He is an in-game variant. He's done up in these pastel colors. Looks like an Easter egg. He literally looks like this in-game. If you need confirmation or visuals on that, go ahead. I've got his introduction up. You can check that out. But he looks crazy in the game. It's awesome. This is very fitting. He's probably lends himself the best, in my opinion, to being done up in this manner. Perk there, you get the springtime hat. It's a big deal. Other thing they did, in addition to springtime trigger happy, you've got Frino and Punk Shock, who are available in the special spring edition packaging. A lot of people call them Easter eggs. It's technically spring edition for anyone that cares, but that's what you'd be looking for. Again, this is perfect for Easter, whether you put them in a basket, whether you hide them in the yard, in a tree, in a bush. If you actually all three of them are kind of bright color. I mean, obviously, again, he's perfect. Punk Shock is a nice kind of Easter blue. And then Frino is the other one that you can get in the spring edition packaging. He kind of is the orangey yellow color of an Easter egg, if you will. So whatever you decide to do, it would be, pretty cool gift for anyone into Skylanders. Keep that in mind. Those are available. My Toys R Us, they're stocked. Again, they're the ones that wouldn't sell them at all until April 6th. And they have had virtually nothing every time I've been in there. Target, really minuscule. GameStop's honestly been where I saw the most stock. I'm sure Walmart, Best Buy probably have them. I just don't frequent those places. So should be able to track those down in and around you. Order them online, whatever you need to do. But again, perfect for Easter. That said, you might just see special Easter videos with him, Punk Shock, Frino. Let me go ahead and do their upgrades. Speaking of the upgrades, though, I'm at a point now I can kind of make the channel update, explain everything to you. Essentially, the very first upgrade I recorded for SWAP Force was Boomjet, and it had me at the start debating things, and then wound up being like a 40-minute video. Subsequently, I think my phone's going off in another room. I'll have to check that out in a second. But anyway, right here, Boomjet turned out to be long. Then I brought in Free Ranger, because as you should know, what I like to do is go by element alphabetically, by character alphabetically. So air comes first, Boomjet, Free Ranger. Obviously, next up would be the earth element, Doomstone. He's not available yet, so I'd have to jump to Rubble Rouser. You get the idea. Issue is, as you should know, with the swappers, they come apart. So essentially, we have Boom and we have Jet. Base upgrades exist on Boom and Jet, and then you've got 2 paths for Boom and 2 paths for Jet. Kind of complicates things. That's why a video would be really long. If you did it all in one, you'd have to have 2 figures, and you would basically come in, do base upgrades, top path 1, bottom path 1. Then you'd come in and you'd either have to stop or re-record the base upgrades with figure 2, and then replicate the same thing but with the opposite path on the top and the bottom. So I kind of debated things with these guys, left them as is. I never upgraded Legendary Free Ranger or my other Boomjet. Subsequently, then what I decided to do, Trap Shadow Freeze Blade. They were new at the time. I kind of wanted to get them upgraded. My nephew's a huge fan of both of them. And what I did with Trap Shadow is take a different option, and it was kind of option 2 on the blog poll in the other video. Basically, I'd come in and I'd take this character and we'd go through the whole thing, and then I'd come in and I'd go through the other 2 paths. I basically would off camera take the second Trap Shadow, do his base upgrades, and then come in and then I would just showcase the other paths for you. Then with Freeze Blade, it was option C, or option 3, and it basically was 5 videos. Just like the $5 footlongs, there's 5 videos. You've got base upgrades for Freeze Blade. That's top and bottom all in one. And then I come in with this guy, Freeze. I would come in and I would take path number 1 up top. Video number 2, I would take bottom path number 1. Then he's set aside. In this case, Nitro Freeze Blade exists, so I don't have to double up on the figures. He comes in and I take essentially, bottom path, or top path 2, bottom path 2, and then of course we've got our 5 videos. That way, when you're searching, if you just care about like, Ice Skater, you can just come in and search for Ice Skater. You don't have to scrub through some massive like 40-minute upgrade marathon. You'll just have a short, sweet video that's to the point. You see what you need to see, and then you can do a couple of things. You can say, okay, that's definitely the path I'm going to take. You can say, all right, I picked that. I love it. It's what I needed to see. Or if you took the other path on the bottom end, you'd come in and you'd say, hey, that path that he just took with this guy looks way better. I'm going to reset my character. Or you could say, wow, that path looks really lame. I'm glad I took what I took. Or your other deal is like, wow, that's really cool, just like the one that I already took. I'm going to go ahead and buy a second Freeze Blade or pick up Nitro, things of that nature. So that's going to be the format. Again, these first 4 are kind of hectic. The good news, what I was able to do, since Boomjet and Free Ranger had just sat so long, when I came in with Legendary Free Ranger, I was able to follow that 5 video format. Obviously, there'd only be 3 here. Do want to point out, though, with the special characters, that being legendaries, enchanted, nitro, things of that nature, I'm going to come in here, Jade Firecracking, if we ever see him, and I will double up on the base upgrades just because they're special videos. So you'd see, theoretically, Magna Charge base upgrades and then Nitro Magna Charge base upgrades. Again, going to be the same damage output, or it should be in theory. It's just one of those things I kind of want to go ahead. Dark Blast Zone to me is special. He deserves the coverage, so we're going to go ahead and treat Legendary, Enchanted, Nitro, Dark, Jades, all that special in-game variant stuff. We'll go ahead and double up on the videos. Now in the case of like Drilla, other characters, that don't have an in-game variant, I'm just going to have the 5 videos. There won't be doubling up on the base upgrades. So outside of these guys, they will follow that format. So tonight, if I record Rubble Rouser or Stink Bomb or Spire Eyes or Night Shift or something, it will be a 5 video format. Again, ultimately, with your feedback, I decided that was the best route to go. Like I said, it's a shorter video. It's straight to the point. If you're investigating it, like so let's say you just picked up Free Ranger, you can come in and you can watch all 5 of the videos and you'd be like, okay, I know which 2 paths I'm going to take. And then furthermore, like I said, if you already had him and you always wondered about the other paths, you'll know. The thing I'm doing that really sets these apart, again, I've mentioned this several times, I am a huge fan of the training ground of all things. I've had a lot of people say, man, that's crazy. Why would you pick that? You should go with cool features or graphics or something along those lines. To me, the training grounds is awesome. It's just the same way the 3DS incorporating your entire character roster was awesome to me. Training grounds is a huge deal. Simple fact of the matter is, SSA and Giants, when I'd upgrade the characters, I'd go one by one, and I'd showcase what the attack looked like, and we kind of take it in, and it's like, okay, here's what Hothead's Meteor Shower looks like. Now let's see what Oil Baron's going to look like. And then I would go through a heroic challenge, and we'd see basically like, wow, that was way easier, and look how effective this is. And you could piece some damage numbers together, but the problem is, there's so many upgrades, particularly box stock to fully upgraded, that basically enhance each other. Chakram Throw on Freeze Blade, that gets upgraded repeatedly, and then if you take the path, it also gets upgraded again. So you would never know those damage numbers unless you took the painstaking amount of time after each purchased upgrade to go into a heroic challenge, back out. I didn't want to do that. The videos would have been forever. And furthermore, at the time, that was a horrible way for me to go about ensuring I dropped frames and skewed the audio. So now I've got, a little better equipment, things of that nature. The main thing, though, I can buy the upgrade at the power pod, literally move about 10 steps this direction, and we can evaluate each move. There are a few, like Boomjet supply drop. I can't really take damage and showcase the packages coming down. Free Ranger flipping enemies into the air, things of that nature you kind of have to have the enemies for. I try to showcase those when time allows. But the bottom line is I'm going through step by step each and every upgrade, and we're taking a look at that. And what I'm doing, essentially, if I wasn't on YouTube, if that didn't exist or I just wasn't on it, I would have had this done a long time ago, number one, because it takes a lot of time to record, edit, and upload. In my case, the uploading is painfully slow. But basically, I'm the type of person, I've done this with video games my entire life. I would have had a notebook, probably. I'd probably intended to do a spreadsheet, but would have wound up with a notebook. And I would literally just pin it out, and then I could transfer it to a spreadsheet. That's what I'm doing with this for you. At the top of each video description box, I will have a link. In the case of Boomjet, for example, you click that link and you'll be directed to the website with a post strictly about Boomjet. You're going to come in, you'll see his base upgrade, you'll see then the 4 other videos theoretically, as other paths, and then right there below base upgrades, I've got this spreadsheet that I've pasted and embedded into the post. And what that is, it lists out every one of his attacks, and it lists the damage numbers. When possible, I'll include critical hit. On the case of Boomjet, like if you go Storm Bomber, it's one of those crazy deals where it's like really fast damage. I try to count that. It's like 19 times, and then it finishes with something. I basically pin it out where if you kind of get the gist of the upgrade itself, that'll make sense to you. Even if you don't, you can actually look at it and you can just say, wow, this path does way more damage than the other one, I'm going to take it. Or it might point you in the right direction, save you a little bit of time. And again, it's a really handy reference. If you took Storm Bomber and you always wondered about the other path, you can actually go in and look at that spreadsheet just in the instant that it takes to load, and you're home free. You can just kind of compare numbers. So I think that'll work out really well. Speaking of that, I kind of discovered this the other night when I finally upgraded Boomjet 2. I've had some people say, wait, you don't have one in the packaging, you're crazy. Actually, I do. Boomjet's one of my favorite characters, actually. But the reason this guy is in the packaging, it's how I differentiate them. This guy is down a set of paths that I'm aware of, and then this guy's down the other ones. That way I can kind of keep track of them. Boomjet's one of the characters. He doesn't have a legendary, a variant, anything like that, so you kind of have to double up. And in all honesty, it just helps me know which one's which. This is what I did with Giants. I've got Fright Riders and Sprockets and all sorts of things still in their packaging, just because that way I know what path they're on. But that aside, I mean, the 5-video format I think will work well for everyone. I spent a lot of time in each video kind of outlining that, because I felt like people would come in and they'd say, wait, you must not like Free Ranger, you didn't do the 5-video format with him, what's up with that? And I kind of, feel obligated to recap that, just because I know there's not a lot of people that actually read the video descriptions or the blog posts. Most people just video. You know, you want to see it and you want to hear it and you don't care to read it. I've said it again. I've said it many times. I'll say it again. The reading saves you so much time. It's ridiculous. Again, if you just take those blog post links right at the start of the video, you can kind of get a feel for what to expect. Damage numbers will be there before you, and then you can just kind of investigate the paths. But like I said, I think that will work out very, very well for everyone. Again, Boomjet, Free Ranger, Freeze Blade, Trap Shadow, those four are kind of the funky ones, my test pilots, my guinea pigs, whatever you want to call them. When we come in, like tonight, if I do Rubble Rouser, the videos won't have like the 5-minute explanation on what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. That's kind of where this comes in, and then the video descriptions. But it'll basically just be, hey, here's Rubble Rouser, this is what he does box stock, here's his base upgrades. In the video, top path 1, bottom path 1, switch Rubble Rousers, top path 2, bottom path 2. 5 videos, all in one post, damage numbers included. Probably the most comprehensive thing that I've ever seen anyone do with Skylander. I'm sure people have done it, but in terms of actually like sharing it with the world, I am very much unaware of that. So it's something I always wanted to do. It's just it would have taken so much time recording wise. It was just something I couldn't really do. That said, my next point, Punk Shock and Frino. I might actually do these guys tonight, get their upgrades done, because they are Easter, of course. But what I plan to do, actually, I kind of like that 5-video format so well. I'm thinking I will come in and we will have video. There will basically be 3 videos for our core landers, at least the new landers, if you will. We're going to come in and we will take her base upgrades, video number 1. Then with this character, I'll pick a path. I think, what are they, like Electro Cutie and something else? I haven't spent a lot of time with her, but I'll take Electro Cutie with this one, and that'll be video number 2. Then, off camera, I will take this one, again, still in the packaging, just so I can distinguish the two. Record her, not record, but do her base upgrades, and then I'll come in and take the other path. That'll be video number 3. And then, of course, when you come to the blog, it'll be the same format. You'll have Punk Shock base upgrades, Punk Shock path 1, Punk Shock path 2, and you'll also have the spreadsheet with damage numbers for each path. Again, Frino will fall into that category. Pretty much all of the new landers. I will definitely do the damage numbers for everyone else, but like Series 3 characters, Springtime Trigger Happy, Knockout Terrapin, you know, the old guard, if you will. There's a chance I may just record their entire upgrades in one video. The main highlight, of course, there is going to be the Wow Pow. But I'm not 100% sure on that. If you've got feedback, if you want me to go ahead and do, you know, like the 3-video format with these other characters, Series 2s and 3s, let me know. But the good news is with the new landers, I'm pretty much set. They all have like a light core, legendary, some sort of a counterpart. Sadly, some of them like tripled up. Grim Creeper, Star Strike, etc. But I'm basically just missing Wind Up. I haven't got a second tower, Shipwreck Island, and then Roller Brawl and Riptide. I think are the only 3 of those. I can't ever find Roller Brawl anymore, which is sad because she's pretty awesome box stock. But I'll try to pick those up at some point. Nonetheless, that kind of gives you an idea of what to expect. And again, I'm kind of just doing this to cover my bases. People are really peculiar. I mean, if I come in tonight and do Rubble Rouser and he has the 5 videos and someone sees Rubble Rouser base upgrades and then they come in and they're like, wait, you didn't do that for Trap Shadow, you must not like, and then before you know it, there's like this huge snowball and everyone's accusing you of not liking Trap Shadow or something crazy, and it takes a lot of time to rectify it. And again, it comes back to just the fact, again, not a lot of people actually, you know, will read the video description box, or, you know, maybe you scrub through that stuff at the start. The reason I was doing that in those videos was just to try and kind of cover that, trying to basically preemptively prevent that. So that's the crux of it. Like I said, though, outside of these 4, and I stress this every time, when I get into the next character, Stink Bomb, Spire Eyes, whoever it may be, it'll be the 5-video format. Only time it'll be doubled up, it'll be legendary, enchanted, dark, things of that nature. I've noticed some of the comments on the Swap Force upgrades have actually been people, you know, requesting a certain character. You know, Popthorn, he's come up, I think, 2 times now. generally what I would do is just go by element. Again, I actually plan to do the swappers first. Just kind of go through down the line on them, making exceptions like Doomstone, things of that nature. I don't have a second Drilla or Firecracken, things of that nature, but most of them are doubled up and covered. That said, like tonight I was thinking it might be cool to go ahead and do the spring edition Skylanders. I thought that'd be festive for Easter for everyone. Plus, they're relatively new still. I know a lot of you will probably be getting them this weekend for the first time, so it would be very helpful. But when the new characters come out like Doomstone, he's going to be upgraded immediately. I'll basically unbox him, and while that thing is going on, he'll be getting upgraded. So I'm at the point now with the game where that's what we're going to do. But again, the main reason, the other thing people ask is like, man, why did you not upgrade these guys? You should have done that already. You should have done it in the game. Two reasons. Number one, I like to go through the game box stock. I don't want Free Ranger, Punk Shock, Scratch, whoever it may be. I want to have them go through it 100% box stock, no upgrades. I get a good feel for the character, and then when I upgrade them, I can appreciate them more. Number two, I want to take the time to actually document this stuff. This is the very first time with the Swap Force training grounds it's actually easy and feasible for me to do and record the videos to have them to upload for everyone to view. I'm going to take advantage of that. So those are the two big reasons. And like I said, in terms of me actually playing with the fully upgraded characters, that's where the X-Bone comes in. I plan to play Nightmare Mode on the Xbox One, so with the upgraded characters. Again, that's just my personal playstyle. It's what I prefer. It's kind of what I've fallen in the habit of doing, and I really like the challenge of taking box stock Skylanders through some of these challenges and things of that nature. So that is the logic there. That said, back to the requests. If I come in here tonight and I've, like, say, done Frino and Punk Shock, and I'm seeing that there's 8 more people scattered out on the 3 videos that want to see Popthorn, I'll try to make it happen. That said, if there's like one person that says like, oh, Magna Charge please, and then someone else says Spyrise and someone else says Stink Bomb, kind of can't do that. I mean, I can do them, in that order, but like in terms of like limited requests, I'll probably just roll with the flow. But like if it's something crazy, or there's like 25 people that are like, I need to see, Turbo Jet Vax Wow Pal, if that's the case, I will actually go and I'll do that. I'll try to accommodate everyone as best I can there, but tentatively that is the plan right now. Other thing on Boomjet, I don't think I mentioned this, but his Soul Gem Mach 2 on the bottom end, if you take Skyrider, the Soul Gem Mach 2 will do 32 damage. If you take Ace Gunner, the Soul Gem Mach 2 will do 150 damage. I've checked that on multiple versions. I brought it up in the videos. I've had people confirm that's the same thing on PlayStation 3 and 4. That's a plus minus 118 differential there. It's probably just an issue with Boomjet. Maybe like whoever was programming it, loved Ace Gunner. Or maybe they were like, Skyrider's really lame, they should have let me do my turret gun idea, and they got mad and nerfed it. I don't know what happened, but it's pretty cool, and it kind of makes Ace Gunner the definitive path to take for Boomjet. But the cool thing with me taking the time to go through and document each and every damage number from each and every upgrade, any discrepancies like this, I'm going to find out about them. And when I do, I'll pass the word on to you. Anything freak like that kind of changes things up for you, you'll be in the know on, and hopefully it helps you out there. But I've got the battery light flashing. I need to get this thing edited so I can get supper going. But that said, again, I just kind of made this. Number one, happy Easter to everyone. Number two, explain the upgrade process. Again, that blog poll I had, and then your feedback from the video. Kind of what I decided to do is option 3 of the 5 videos. Again, with the new landers, I plan to do the 3 video format. In terms of the Series 2s and Series 3s, I'll still take your feedback there if you want to see them follow the 3 video format, or if you just prefer to have them basically, one and done. Whatever you want to see, let me know. Again, if there's like a popular consensus, I'll just go that route. But that's that. I guess I better end this thing. Again, I hate rambling on about this stuff. But again, it's one of those deals when you get all the messages across YouTube, Facebook, Google+, Twitter, direct messages, and it's like, hey, why don't you like this character? Again, this is me trying to cover the bases and say, you know, this is what I did and this is why I did it. So that said, I think the 5 and 3 video formats will be awesome. They'll save everyone time. Again, probably be efficient and hopefully the most educational, I guess, in terms of like picking the best path for you. That's ultimately what it comes down to. So personally, I'm the most stoked about documenting the damage. That's something I've always wanted to do. And again, super easy for me to do that in SWAP Force and still have a video that I can record and upload that I think people will enjoy. So worked out very well in that regard. Again, if you see Chase McCain, make sure to post up there. Be looking for the Chompy. He's going to become a fixture. Won't be hidden per se, but he is kind of a new addition to the pool table assembly here. That said, again, I hope everyone has a happy Easter. Questions, comments you can ask here on YouTube. For a quicker response, use the blog, oneofwisdom.com. Can't stress enough, go to the blog and go there often. You can see all my Twitter feed there. That's where I post my updates, like Nitro Magnacharge single packs being available. Needed to cover that one real quick. But also, the video formats there for the Skylanders, the upgrade pass, they're going to be laid out very simple, very user-friendly, and you'll have the damage numbers there. That's exclusive to the site, so make sure to check those out. But again, that's about that, and I will catch you back here, I guess, later tonight. We'll probably go ahead, I'll do the spring edition. It just seems like something kind of cool to do. And nonetheless, like I said, I hope everyone has a great Easter. Make sure you're subscribed. That'll keep you up with all the latest. You can follow me on Twitter, like me on Facebook, circle me on Google+, whichever you prefer. Again, make sure to check out the site, oneofwisdom.com. And until next time, we will catch you later.